There are two page speed techniques in this section, and you will learn what technique to follow in this lecture. I have been into designing and building websites since 2010. In this years of journey, my preferences and choices in web design have got matured, and now I like flat design with simple elements. But every newcomers to web building or web design likes to have a magnificent website with loads of bells and whistles, which even Google doesn't encourage. Also, Google weighs site speed as a user experience factor. Optimizing even a light website itself is a tedious task, such as to make it to load under 1 second or to get a page speed score greater than 95%. But even then, some users, or in our case, some students, still want to use Visual Builder plugins, ThemeForest themes. These websites are so heavy. That's why emerged the need for two page speed techniques. Now let's see whether you need to follow technique 1 or technique 2 for your website. Follow technique 1 if you're using a free theme from WordPress repository or paid theme from famous fast theme builders like StudioPress, DIY themes, etc. This list doesn't include ThemeForest themes except in a few cases where it's explicitly mentioned that the theme is optimized for page speed. If you're not using any Visual Builder or drag and drop building plugins, if you're ready to spend a few hours to optimize your website and get a page loading time less than a second and a page speed score above 95% in Google's Page Speed Insights tool. But here is the disclaimer. You will need to install 5 to 6 free plugins. Sometimes you may mess up with CSS, JS optimization if you don't follow the steps exactly. Now let's see who can follow technique 2. If you're using a paid or free theme from ThemeForest or any other website that is not optimized for speed, if you're using any Visual Builder or drag and drop building plugins, if you're not ready to spend even a few hours to optimize your website, then this technique just takes less than 20 to 30 minutes based on your capabilities to follow. It's so easy and quick. You will get a page loading time around a second or two and a page speed score around 85% in Google's Page Speed Insights tool. This technique gives better or improved page loading time even for heavy websites compared to technique 1, but the downside is page speed score will be a little less than technique 1. Here comes the disclaimer. You will need to install just one premium plugin, and as said before, this technique is super easy and quick. If you ask me why this technique involves a premium plugin, then my answer is a website becomes heavy or large in size because of the usage of poorly coded themes or plugins which are often premium. So the logic here is, if a user or student prefers a premium theme, then he or she doesn't mind opting to a premium plugin to optimize the theme, isn't it? Which technique do I recommend in an ideal scenario? If you ask me what's ideal, then I recommend you to go with any StudioPress premium themes or free and minimal WordPress themes from WordPress repository, and page speed technique 1 for the best possible page speed score page loading time, and SEO benefits. If you're so concerned about easy web building plus bells and whistles, then I recommend Divi theme from Elegant Themes plus PageSpeed Technique 2 for drag and drop website building plus best page loading time. But your page speed score will be around 85%. At the end of the day, real-time loading time only matters for user experience SEO. So don't worry about getting 95 or 100% page speed score. If you're using a premium theme from ThemeForest and you don't want to buy the premium plugin, then you can follow PageSpeed Technique 1. There's no harm in that. But if the theme you're using is poorly optimized for page speed, then you might find some trouble in JS and CSS minification. In that case, raise a question in our question answers board along with your website URL. I will tell you some suggestions. If that suggestions too can't improve your score, then you're left with two options. 1. Change to a page speed optimized theme. 2. Follow PageSpeed Technique 2, which means you need to buy that premium plugin if you want a better score for your poorly coded theme. In the next lecture, you will learn what is a CDN and why it is needed.